Hey, what's up, y'all? Back at it once again. It's iskosi of Fun Day, and this is for the series African Pan-Africanism, African Queens of Pan-Africanism. This one here is about a warrior queen, the Guadalupe, and she fought the French troops in 1802 while she was pregnant. This from Face to Face Africa, August 9th, 2018, so it came out last year. As you see, is a picture of her, the Solitude of Guadeloupe. Live free or die was Solitude's last word when she was executed for her involvement in the 1802 slave rebellion in Guadeloupe. Born in slavery in the plantation of Guadeloupe in 1772, Solitude's father was a French sailor and her mother was an African woman who was reportedly raped during the voyage on a slave ship. A beautiful woman with brown skin and charming eyes, which were different colorations, Solitude was admired by many. When her mother fled the plantation where she was enslaved, Solitude was left alone with her enslavers. Slavery was abolished in 1794 in the French colonies due to the Haitian slave revolt. The French government took the move in order to avoid a generalized slave revolt in all its colonies. But 8 years after our abolition, Napoleon Bonaparte restored slavery in the French colonies and sent 3,500 troops led by General Antoine Repent to Guadeloupe to enforce that decree. Solitude was free in the first abolition of 1794, but after Napoleon's decree, she became marooned and joined a group of freedom fighters that were led by men such as Louis de Grasse and Angus Pace, Pommy, and Jacquet. They organized a small army and fought against the French troops. On May 10, 1802, the Greys launched a proclamation entitled "To the Whole Universe, the Last Cry of Innocence and Despair." Solitude, although a few months pregnant, joined this fight against Repent's troops. She is said to be fierce and fearless warrior who pushed herself and her belly into battle at Dole. Troy, Chings, Fombana, and Crepset. My French ain't that well. From victory to victory, and then from setback to setback, she pushed herself in her womb all the way up into the mountains before the final defeat according to accounts. After 18 days of combat, Repent's side overpowered the rebels, and the girl and his comrade died in an explosion. Solitude got injured in that explosion and was captured and sentenced to death. But since the child in her womb was become property of her slave owner, she was temporarily pardoned and the execution was scheduled the day after the birth. She gave birth on November 28, 1802. And on that morning the following day, the greatest heroine of the revolution, who was now 30 years old, stepped out of jail peacefully while, according to accounts, maternity milk slowly stained her nightshirt. She was then executed, with no one knowing the whereabouts of her child. Solitude has since been described as a symbol of Caribbean women who fought in the ideals of equality and freedom. Her name is still on the lips of many, and now graces squares and avenues of Guadeloupe. According to accounts, she has also been featured in a poem, a song, a library, and a museum room. A statue honoring Solitude was erected in 1999 in the community called Les Ambers in Guadeloupe. So, this is a woman who led a slave revolt in Guadeloupe. Big things like stuff we don't know, and she went out there with her child and everything, you know what I'm saying? Fighting, this is true queen of Pan-Africanism. Through the victories and through the setbacks. She was there, leading the charge and leading the revolution for her people. Doing it for her people, you know what I'm saying? So, this is the kind of thing we gotta give credit to. Fighting the French army after Napoleon Bonaparte's decree. And many people need to look at what Napoleon Bonaparte, when he wrote to Thomas Jefferson, both of them Masons. And they wrote each other, and he said something like this: "Well, I'm getting sick of black revolutions." And Thomas Jefferson agreed, like, "I'm getting sick of them too. We need to put these blacks down," And that's what that kind of vice that had Haiti in. And this is one of the people that got swept up in the vices of that decree of Napoleon. The Haitians was able to fight it off, but this island wasn't able to fight it fully off. You know what I mean? But they might have criminalized her, but our African martyrs are heroes. And this hero is a queen of Pan-Africanism or African internationalism. and we gotta give credit where credit is due. Hey, much love to this queen, our ancestor, Solitude. Hey, much love for you for watching, man. Hit the like button and let's continue on with this Black history.